What is going on, everybody? It's Taylor Roberts and welcome to Off the Deep End. If you're just joining us for the first time, we're in the middle of a Marina and the Diamonds deep dive where we explore her artistry through her music and music videos, which means new Marina and the Diamonds reactions Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell button so you get notifications of when those new videos drop. Hop on over to Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, give me a follow. I'm gonna follow you back. So this is part 2 of the Electra Heart music video series. In part 1, we watched the first 3 music videos for Fear and Loathing, Radioactive, and the Archetypes. Things were starting to pick up a little bit. I believe the Archetype videos, it introduced us to the 4 archetypes that I believe we're gonna see in these next couple videos, as well as the introduction of the character of Electra Heart. But I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's jump straight into the videos.
Prima donna girl, yeah. All I ever wanted was the world. I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else's fault. Living life like I'm in a dream. I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal though.
I'm assuming this is the first kind of look at one of the archetypes. I think this might be Beauty Queen. One of the things I'm noticing here is that she's obviously seems like she's rich in this like classic vintage celebrity lifestyle. You see this couple switch ups between her looking like she's on TV and her just kind of like in her room. But what I notice is that she doesn't look happy at all. You know, she's got all this stuff, but yet she still doesn't, she still looks like she's sad and still looks like she's alone. I mean, she's kind of like wandering around. I really think it's interesting how we get shots of her that has this TV-like feel, and then shots of her in regular life. Almost a sort of like a contrast of, you know, real life and kind of this manufactured, you know, TV life. And I also think it's a little bit of a callback too to the Family Jewels era. I forget which song it is, but you know, she's talking about how TV shaped her views on American culture, and you know, in society and life in general. And so I think this is just like maybe a slight callback to that as well.
The world, I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but it's always someone else.
Is that an apple off a pine tree?
Got you wrapped around my finger, in the limelight I want to stay. I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. Going up, going down, down, down. Anything for the crown, crown, crown.
If you look at the lighting, just like in her house in general, it's very dark and the light is really on her, which I feel like for that, the darkness will kind of, you know, symbolize this loneliness that she feels inside, but she's always chasing the light. And also we saw as well, she's like picking an apple off it was like a pine tree or something like that. Obviously it's not an apple tree, which leads me to believe, you know, she's kind of recreating these idealistic Hollywood celebrity lifestyle. The whole world is fake. It's a manufactured life that she's living.
The world, I can't help that I need it all. The prima donna life, the rise and fall. You say that I'm kinda difficult, but It's always someone else's fault.
Again, the rain on the windshield, it's like manufactured. This is an interesting music video. But what I really feel it's representing is just the manufactured celebrity lifestyle. In the beginning, we see her, it's swapping between her and the TV. She's obviously seems like she's rich, but she doesn't have the fame or notoriety that she wants in life, and so she's kind of recreating that with like a home video. But as we go along, we see it gets more and more kind of manufactured. There was the shot of her like on the station bike, you know, someone hands her a drink, which is like somebody handing an actress a prop, as well as the lighting. Again, the whole house is very, very dark, and the only lit up portion is her, really, which I feel like represents her inner loneliness while trying to chase the stardom, trying to chase the light. This woman is just living this fake, manufactured bullshit life that she wants to live but isn't happy living in it.
Who are those great looking dogs? It's Quick Curl Barbie and Mod Hair Ted. But what do I do with my own fire?
This video's kind of creepy. She's standing backwards, but her dress is on to make it look like she's forwards. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a little creepy, the whole thing. But I get it. Wanting to live this idealistic, picturesque 1950s classic America suburban housewife with the nice house and the dress and the hair all nice and the little Leave It to Beaver family. But I think it's interesting that she, you know, we have this woman housewife. She's standing backwards, but the dress is on forwards, and it looks like, you know, the hair is covering the face, which I feel allows the housewife to be anonymous. It could represent anybody. It doesn't the archetype doesn't have a specific look.
Barbie's changed. Barbie's new and different. The stepfamily.
Yeah, I think that's the creepiest music video from this series so far. I still can't understand half the things that the vocal samples are from or anything like that, but definitely Housewife. Not gonna lie, it has some sort of like Alfred Hitchcock type vibes. And I think it's meant to feel that way. I think it's meant to feel a little bit kind of disturbing. And like, again, I said, with her hair covering her face, I feel like it gives an anonymous look at who this person is, to where it could really be anybody. It could be represented by anybody who feels that they can relate to this in some way. This was another one of my favorite songs on the album.
Give a little, get a lot. That's just how you are with love. Give a little, get a lot. Yeah, you may be good looking, but you're
music video, or these series of music videos, has taken a little turn in the direction, I'm going to shift my viewpoint a little bit here. I think the first two music videos that we watched, the Prima Donna and the Housewife, these were different personalities, but I think they were different aspects of the certain relationship that she's talking about. I think this music video is somewhat a continuation of the Prima Donna music video. She's in another mansion, which I feel like could be partially the same mansion that she was in the first place, because it's still very vacant. There's not a whole lot there. She begins to feel like this love, this life is kind of manufactured, and then she starts to feel like she's being controlled, such as the 1950s Housewife when we see Suburbia, and now she's decided to take it upon herself and stop being controlled, but be the person in control. And you had that little, I forgot what it's like, Newton's thing or whatever, but like a certain action will have actions that push back. I feel like it represents this song, as well as you see like a black cat representing like superstition or something bad things are going to happen. But if you notice as well, she's wearing a black dress, and there's a shot of her at the very beginning of the music video. She was in a white dress and he was in like a black suit, and he had, you know, standing over her and had his hand like on her chin, representing power. And now she's pushing back against that power, and now she's wearing the black, and I think he was in white with like a white tank top playing with the ball. I'm spouting thoughts here. I'm gonna like clearly and concisely put all my thoughts together at the end of the music video. I'm just kind of going off the top of my dome right now. So sorry if none of that makes sense.
Think you're funny, think you're smart. Yeah, you may be good looking, but you're not a piece of art. Power and control, I'm gonna make you fall. Power and control, I'm gonna make you fall. Power and control.
That fitness in. Okay, so yeah, I think this is a continuation of the Prima Donna music video, because we get that shot of her, and she's very much in that kind of prima donna look that she had while he's painting. And again, if you notice, we get the two different personalities with her. One in the white dress to prima donna, and then this kind of black dress of her other side that's wanting to take control and stop being controlled and taking over this relationship. And you see them flip-flop as well. He's now wearing, you know, he doesn't have the black suit on anymore. He's wearing white. He's kind of in that submissive role while she's taking over. And there's also the shot of him with the light, and he's kind of going through the darkness. Find Marina, and she's in that white sparkly dress again, prima donna dress, I'm gonna call it. Thinking about it represents kind of how the lighting in the music video was for the Prima Donna music video. So I think that's a way to be able to kind of connect those two stories or those two videos together somewhat. Like I said, the light was very much on Marina throughout the video, and there was a lot of darkness surrounding her. And you get that same effect here when he's searching for her with the light and him working out upside down. It's almost like, you ever seen those like movies where someone is like being tortured and they're being hung upside down? You know, a kind of representation of that, and her throwing that bucket of ice is almost like a form of torture a little bit, but it's also kind of representing her feelings toward him at the moment. Her heart and her intentions toward him have now turned ice cold. You notice she's wearing like the little black veil too. It's almost kind of like a widow. To me, at least, it's kind of representing she realizes that this is the death of the relationship. The relationship is ending. Yeah, so there you go. I mean, even in the song, she goes, all my life I've been controlled. This is her basically taking over control of the relationship, deciding that she's not going to be the one who's submissive or feeling like she's trapped and controlled in this relationship anymore. she's gonna take over. She's gonna be the one who fucks him over. Just to reiterate what I was saying before, that just seemed like a bunch of jargon and ideas I was spewing out the top of my head. I really think that we're seeing the side of Marina, or the Electra Heart character, kind of coming into play here, disconnecting herself from the relationship. Like I said, we kind of see the reemergence of the Electra Heart from the Prima Donna music video. Watching her, man, if we notice, her wardrobe is different, it's white. But then we get that flip reversal where she's now in black, and he's wearing white. So it kind of shows that kind of reversal of the power dynamic that's going on in this relationship, as well as that Newton, I forgot what it's called, but the ball thing. It kind of shows the switch in dynamics of the relationship, and also, you know, it's just this back and forth dynamic this whole relationship has been. I hope I summed that up and that makes complete sense. It makes sense in my mind. I just don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but you get it.
Rule number one is that you gotta have fun. But baby, when you're done, you gotta be the first to run. Rule number two, just don't get attached to. Gotta be a heartbreaker. Boys, they like a little danger. We'll get 'em falling for a stranger. A player singing I love you.
I feel like she's totally removed herself from that last relationship, and now she's kind of gone into this, whatever you do, this like rebound type thing that you do when you get out of a relationship, and she's not really looking for love. She's just kind of playing these guys. She's that power and control dynamic has now officially taken over, making these guys fall in love with her and breaking their hearts because she was tired of it happening to her. So now she decided she's gonna do it for herself and take control.
Gotta be a heartbreaker. Boys, they like the look of danger. We'll get 'em falling for a stranger. A player singing I love you. At least I think I do.
Did you notice that her hair tie is changing colors with different guys?
Gotta be looking pure. Kissing goodbye at the door.
Yes, that makes sense to wear a jacket when it's cold out with no shirt on. I get it. It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how that works out for him. I noticed that the bow in her hair is changing colors with each guy that she's with, which I think is a nice little detail to add in there to show, you know, a different kind of relationship and how she kind of changes herself just slightly for every different little relationship or fling that she is in with these guys.
I'll leave him wanting more, more. This is how to be a heartbreaker. Boys, they like a little danger. We'll get 'em falling for a stranger. A player singing I love you. How to be a heartbreaker. Boys, they like the look of danger. Girls, we do whatever it will take. 'Cause girls we don't want our hearts to break.
Getting a little bit of vulnerability here, huh? Throughout this music video, we had this very hardcore chick who's like, I'm just gonna break hearts and do whatever, I'm just gonna have fun. But now we can sense a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of vulnerability here. There's always that little bit of doubt in her mind, and I feel like that's relatable to everybody. There's always that little bit of doubt, you know, because we're all human. You can't completely block out one emotion. You can try your best, but it's always going to creep in there just a little bit.
Boys, they like the look of danger. We'll get 'em falling for a stranger. A player singing I love you.
So now we got the girl that's just totally disconnected from love. But there's still that sense of vulnerability to her. I think slowly throughout the video, she is slightly starting to fall in love again. One of the things I noticed though that's kind of interesting is that all the guys that are in the shower scene, they all kind of look the same. It's almost like she has a type and she's playing those certain types. But also, again, like I mentioned before, we see whenever she's with a different guy, the color of her hair, the color of her bow tie and her hair is changing, which I feel is kind of represents the slight different changes she's making in order to make the guy, you know, fall in love with her. The slight little differences we see of her. We also learned the whole heart on the cheek thing finally, because I was curious about what that was. And she says never to wear a heart on the sleeve, so she always wears it on the cheek. And like I said, there's that quick little sense of vulnerability out on the beach that we sense from her. And I feel like that's the true Marina that we're seeing there. She's not putting off this fake persona that she has been for these last music videos. Overall though, I can kind of see how the story is developing. And I feel like this whole thing takes place over one relationship, and it's showing the kind of different aspects and personas that she goes through dealing with this relationship is interesting. And to me, being in the middle part of the music videos, you know, everything is still kind of up in the air for me. I'm just kind of making statements based on what I'm seeing so far, but we got 4 more music videos left. So I'm sure there's a lot of things to clarify and a lot of connections that I can make within these next 4 videos, which I'm super excited for. But let me know your thoughts about the music video, guys. Let me know down in the comments. Like the video, share the video. Remember, Marina and the Diamonds deep dive, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you get notifications of when those new videos drop. Hop on over to Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Give me a follow. I'm going to follow you back. Last but not least, shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, guys, and welcome to our little growing community. And that's all I got today, guys. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Hey, thanks for watching Off the Deep End. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and share, and feel free to explore our channel and check out some of our other videos. Remember, new videos drop every week. Take care.